there. So the first thing we need to put is Z1. Right? And you know that Z1 needs to be along the actuation axis. So there is no choice. Z1, let me just start this over. Z1 has to go along the axis like that. Where will x1 go? Well, now it's kind of arbitrary because the only constraint is that it's perpendicular to z1 and z0, so it could go in the page or it could come out of the page. It doesn't matter. All right? So let's put it this way. And then y1, we don't care. What is theta 1? Is the angle between x1 and x0 about z0, which is theta 1. Yeah?
I did ask a few ago is that the x always has to point to the next plane. So does the z supersede that?
For a prismatic joint, yes.
The prismatic.
Yeah. What's d1? d1 is the distance between the axis along z0. Yeah, so that is A. What is alpha 1? Alpha 1 is Z was brought like that, clockwise, negative 90. Right? Negative 90. What is A? What is A? Is A B. What is it? The definition of A again is the distance between the Z axis along X1. And that's where the mistake is. X1. So if we shift Z and Z0 along X1, Z1 will have to be coming out of the page. Right? Because it didn't shift with respect to X1. We cannot shift Z1 across X0. First of all, it doesn't make sense because they are not parallel, so we can't shift them. And second, if we shift with respect to Z1, then it's coming out of the page. So A1 must be 0. Is that clear? Why A1 cannot be B? Because it is translated with respect to X1, not X0. So if this is 0, then where is B? What do we do with B? We kind of skipped B, right? So if A1 is 0, then that frame is placed in the wrong spot. It needs to shift to the back. So that's why this frame, in fact, needs to be placed over there. Because there is no way to shift the frame along X0. So that's the only possible solution, right? So if you put the frame over there and you put a B here, right? So what you did is that you shifted Z1 out of the page or in the page. Is that clear? Yeah? Okay? But because that came from some confusion for the last lecture, I still gave you full marks if you did that. So what is the difference here between getting X1 coming out of the page and going in the page? What difference does it make? Remember that all axes must somehow align. When you give 0 to all angles, the robot will take a configuration where all axes are aligned. So if X is pointing out of the page, when the robot is in its home position or zeroed position, it points in the page. All right? So for X and X1 to align, the robot needs to rotate 90 degrees that way. It will be pointing in the page. If we now take X1 and make X1 point in the other direction, what changes? The robot needs to point to the front, but alpha also changes. All right? Because we are rotating it this way, X0 this way now. But if X1 goes in the page, now you have to reverse it. and then Z1 rotates, but now in the opposite direction because we flipped the direction of X. Right? So if X1 goes in the page, that is still fine, but then this needs to shift to 90 degrees, and then the robot in its zeroed position will, it goes in, it will have to rotate out of the page, and it will be coming out of the page in its zeroed position. Yeah.
Sorry, could you just explain again why would you change the X direction?
Right. So why I would change the X direction?
Yeah. So like, why would you point the X direction into the page instead of the out of the page?
There's no reason for that. It's just another valid option.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's a valid option. The only thing you have to be careful is that this is now positive, and then the robot, instead of going in the page in its home position, it comes out of the page. It points towards you. Does that make sense? Yeah. What's link 2 there? Where do we place the second frame? At a C, at the end of B, that works as well, right? Or end of C, or in the middle, it doesn't matter. All right, so where you're going to put it? Let's put it over here. Let's say over here. Where, in which way does Z2 go? Along the actuation of the next joint, so it goes like that. That's Z2, and then X2 parallel to the other X, right? Because if it goes in the other direction, they can never align. So what is alpha 1? Rotation angle between X1 and X2? 0, right? They are fixed. What is D? The shift in X about Z1, which is B. Just B, right? Just B. Because we put it there. If we put it at a point at the end of C, then it would be B plus C. Doesn't matter. Well, we'll use C in the next one. What is alpha? What is A? Z doesn't translate along X2. 0. Z is parallel to Z minus 1. 0. And then the last axis is the one we're going to, the last frame is the one we're going to put at the tip. And you can simply translate everything. What is theta 3? What is theta for link 3? Is the angle between the x-axis about z, that is theta 2. What is d? The distance between the axes along z, which is c plus d. A is 0, alpha is 0. All right? So if I now shift this frame, which is in the solution I posted on bright space, over here, what changes? C moves up, right? So C would be here. That's the only difference. Right? Everything else remains the same.